Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, your trusted home for all the latest updates, breaking reports, and behind-the-scenes news from the world of WWE and NXT. Today's story focuses on a man who has built a powerful name for himself in NXT, the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo. Fans have been wondering for weeks why Tony hasn't been seen on WWE NXT television. His absence has left many people scratching their heads, especially after the momentum he built with the D'Angelo family. But now, a new report has finally revealed the reason behind his mysterious disappearance, and it's a story that might surprise you. So, let's get right into it. The mystery begins. Tony D'Angelo, often referred to as the Don, has been one of NXT's most unique and entertaining characters since his debut in 2021. From the moment he arrived on the scene, he brought a fresh, cinematic flair, a mix of charisma, swagger, and old-school mafia vibes that instantly clicked with fans. His faction, the D'Angelo family, including Channing, Stax, Lorenzo and previously Two Dimes, gave NXT something different, a character-driven storyline with personality and humor. However, over the past few months, viewers started noticing something strange. Tony was gone. No appearances, no promos, not even backstage segments. At first, many believed this was part of a storyline or creative reset. But as weeks went by, concerns started growing among fans and insiders alike. Speculation grows among fans. Whenever a popular NXT superstar suddenly disappears, fans immediately turn to social media to find answers. Many wondered if Tony D'Angelo had suffered an injury. Others believed WWE was planning a main roster call-up or a major repackaging. Twitter and Reddit threads were filled with questions like, "Greater than, where's the Don? Is Tony D'Angelo injured or being written off TV? Did WWE release him quietly?" Even wrestling journalists began reaching out to sources to find out what was really happening behind the curtain. And finally, this week, the mystery has been solved. The real reason behind Tony D'Angelo's absence. According to a detailed Fightful Select report, Tony D'Angelo has been dealing with a legitimate injury that has kept him sidelined from in-ring competition for several weeks. The report explains that Tony suffered a minor knee issue during a recent non-televised NXT live event match. While the injury wasn't considered major, WWE's medical staff reportedly advised him to take time off to fully recover before returning to action. Sources close to NXT also shared that WWE didn't want to risk aggravating the injury, especially since Tony has been one of NXT's most reliable performers over the past 2 years. So rather than rushing him back, the creative team decided to let the injury heal completely. Backstage reaction inside WWE NXT. Inside the NXT locker room, Tony D'Angelo is said to be highly respected by his peers and trainers. He's viewed as one of the most consistent and dependable performers on the brand, someone who always brings energy and creativity to his segments. Several insiders have described him as a locker room leader, someone younger talent look up to for guidance and advice. Even though he's been away from television, sources report that Tony has remained active at the WWE Performance Center, working on conditioning and helping younger talent with promo skills and ring psychology. That kind of dedication has reportedly impressed NXT officials and creative staff. Creative plans paused, but not cancelled. Before Tony's injury, WWE reportedly had major creative plans for the D'Angelo family. There were talks of expanding the faction, possibly introducing a female member or even aligning them with another NXT star to strengthen their storyline presence. However, those plans were put on hold the moment Tony got hurt. But here's the good news, sources indicate those creative ideas are not cancelled, only delayed. Once Tony is cleared to compete again, WWE intends to pick up right where they left off, resuming his storylines and pushing his faction into more significant feuds. Tony D'Angelo's importance to NXT. It's easy to forget just how crucial Tony D'Angelo has been to the success of NXT's storytelling over the past couple of years. His feuds with stars like Cameron Grimes, Santos Escobar, and the Creed brothers delivered some of the most entertaining television segments on NXT. Fans love his mix of humor, confidence, and that unmistakable, mob boss, energy. Tony has also shown great chemistry with everyone he's worked with, whether it's his underboss, Stax or rivals like Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. WWE officials reportedly see Tony as one of the few, character-first, performers who can connect with fans through both personality and in-ring ability. That's why his recovery is being handled carefully. They want him back 100% healthy and ready for the next big NXT chapter. Recovery timeline. According to the same report, Tony D'Angelo's injury isn't expected to keep him out long-term. He's already resumed light training and cardio at the Performance Center, and sources are hopeful he'll be cleared to return within the next month or two. That means fans might see the Don back on NXT TV before the end of the year, possibly in time for one of the brand's big fall or winter specials. And when he returns, you can bet it's going to be with style, attitude, and that signature Tony D'Angelo charm. What this means for the D'Angelo family. During Tony's absence, Channing, Stacks, Lorenzo has been trying to keep the family's name alive on NXT television. While Stacks has done a solid job representing the group, there's no denying that the presence of the Don is what truly gives the faction its magic. Insiders say WWE has been impressed with Stacks' solo performances but plan to reunite him with Tony as soon as possible, setting up a fresh feud or storyline for their comeback. There's even talk that NXT might explore a Return of the Don storyline, where Tony comes back to reclaim control and clean house among rival factions. Possible future feuds. Once Tony D'Angelo returns, there are plenty of exciting possibilities for new rivalries. A feud with Gallus, given their history of faction warfare. A potential showdown with the OC, if they make an NXT appearance. Or even a storyline against Trick Williams, which could mix charisma, power, and mic battles fans would love to see. There's also speculation that Tony might eventually be called up to the main roster, as his character would fit perfectly on SmackDown, where storytelling-driven characters often thrive. Fan reactions. As soon as reports about Tony's injury surfaced, fans flooded social media with messages of support. Many shared their favorite moments from the D'Angelo family's run, from the Mafia sit-down segments to the hilarious backstage deals that made Tony one of NXT's most entertaining stars. One fan wrote, "Greater than, Tony D'Angelo is pure gold on NXT. Hope he heals up soon, NXT ain't the same without the Don." Another added, "Greater than, man, Tony's character work is top tier. He's what makes NXT fun to watch." Clearly, the NXT universe is ready for his return. Looking ahead, the future of the Don. With his recovery almost complete, Tony D'Angelo's future looks bright. WWE reportedly sees long-term potential in his character, not just in NXT, but also on the main roster, where his personality could appeal to both casual fans and hardcore wrestling audiences. His ability to mix humor, storytelling, and in-ring skill makes him a standout act in today's WWE environment. So when the Don finally returns, expect a big comeback storyline, maybe even a family reunion segment that reintroduces him in cinematic fashion, something only Tony D'Angelo can pull off. Final thoughts. Tony D'Angelo's absence may have been a mystery for weeks, but now that the truth is out, fans can breathe a sigh of relief. It's not a creative cut or a secret firing, it's simply a case of WWE protecting one of their top NXT stars while he heals from a minor injury. And knowing Tony's determination and love for the business, you can bet he'll come back stronger, louder, and even more charismatic than before. Until then, the D'Angelo family remains in good hands, but when the Don returns, business in NXT is about to pick up again.